welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Stanzie and welcome to today's video. So today's video, as you can tell by the title, is going to be a clean with me video. Clean, sort, mainly clean. I have been meaning to like really get in there and do a big clean, and you know what, seeing as it is now spring, I'm wearing long sleeves and it's a bit cold outside, so it doesn't feel like spring, but it is spring. So we are going to spring clean. So I'm going to do a huge clean. Normally, you know, I do the usual, the bare minimum to get by, a bit of vacuum, bit of bathroom cleaning, putting things away, taking days to wash my dishes. Yes, that is me. However, today we're going to try and get done as much as we can. So I'm going to clean and I'm going to bring you guys along. Now, normally I just play some music in the background. Like I play music for myself and then I put music for you guys. But recently I saw Sarah Ray Vargas do like a cleaning video and she did a voiceover over it, and I thought, what a great idea. So I'm hoping to do that. So I'll probably do a bit of music, bit of a voiceover, and we'll see how we go, because I feel like that way I can like chat to you guys, and when you're watching it you can also, I can explain a few things or whatever, so it's not just boring watching me clean. I don't know, let me know if you like that format better. If you do, I feel like it's a lot easier in a way to film, because like I'll just pop the camera and get to doing my business without having to like interrupt all the time and just tell you guys what happened, I suppose. So let me know what you think. But we're gonna start off super easy and we're gonna go to my bedroom because that doesn't need too much doing. Okay, here we go. I am in my bedroom. I've just popped on my podcast to listen to, and I've also plugged it into like the little charger because my battery was running out, even though I have a charger right there next to my bed. But anyways, I'm now making my bed. I'm just doing like a quick job. Chippy didn't sleep with me last night, so I didn't have to do his side of the bed. Not that he gets under the covers or anything. I'm just putting away my PJs because I usually chuck them on that side of the bed before I put them away. And then just putting some of this stuff. I think I'm just going to now throw it in the wash because it needs to go to the wash. As you can see, I throw it on the floor there because my wash bag is got full of clothes that I need to put away as well, which I am on my way to collect now. I collected them off the line the day before, although I didn't put them away because I thought, you know what, I'll just put them away when I'm cleaning everything the next day. Also, Chippy's toys all over the floor there. So I just usually pop my clothes on my bed because I'm only doing my own laundry anyway. So then I just kind of fold it up as I go. I pop it in. I think everyone folds laundry the same way. I just kind of pop it in the order that it is. You know, what's going to go in this drawer, what's going to go in that drawer. You know, the usual. You know, you got your undies, your tops. I mean, I'm really bad at, when I throw things in the wash, I just throw it as it is. Like I don't actually like turn it the right way to wash it. I know that's someone's pet peeves, like people really don't like that, but I don't really care if my socks are the wrong way or if one arm is out on a top or if it's not. I am not at all fussy about that at all. I had a whole bunch of undies to do. That's usually what triggers me to like wash, because we have like a whole bunch of clothes, but when you're out of like your undies, you're like, well, it's now time to wash. So here's me putting it away in the dresser that like I've popped over here now. So much easier. I love having this much room over here. But my undies and stuff are still on this side, and under my bed is where I store like the trackies, because there's a drawer right under there, and that was going into the wash. Now the basket is clean, can chuck everything in there, fix them a little bit, and I'm also just going to put a little bit of this duck stuff onto the toilet, let it sit there for a little bit because I'm going to give it a clean a little bit later on. And this is the state of my kitchen. I'm a little bit embarrassed to show that because, oh my gosh, just look at it. But you know what, I kind of let it sit there for a little bit because I knew I was going to clean, and I thought I'll show you guys because we're friends. This is how it works. Like, you guys see my ups and downs. You see when I'm a hot mess, and you also see when I'm like done up. And you know, we all have these like ultra cleaning days. I had also shown you guys Chippy's plate there on the floor because he had also just had his breakfast as well. First of all, as most people do, I've got to put away the previous dishes that were cleaned. But the sink, as you can see, is full of stuff, which, you know, that's what happens. I've told you before, I hate doing dishes. I do a little bit, let them pile up, so then, you know, I don't have to do them all at once. I just threw out the little trash. My trash can is actually outside, but I always keep like a little kind of a baggy container, something that like I've already opened and used, and I add like the little trash that's like from the sink and stuff, so then I don't always have to go outside in, especially like in the night. I am now cleaning the dishes while I'm washing the dishes. I had washed that little, you know, the thing that you put your dishes on? Like mine was grubby. I didn't realize how freaking grubby it was, but it was horrible. But I'm glad I cleaned that, and then I wiped down the sink, and now I'm just like washing each dish at a time because I am the dishwasher. I don't have a dishwasher. I have not had a dishwasher in years. So I think probably that's the reason why I avoid dishes. Also, I just find the texture of like the soap and the water on my hands horrible. I don't know, I'm a weirdo. But usually I just soap everything up. I'm using my scrub daddy, so I just soap it all up as most people do. Look at me trying to explain how to do dishes, like seriously. Yeah, you can see what's happening. Soaping it all up, scrubbing it down. Luckily, there was nothing like too horrible in there, so it was pretty easy to do. I'm just now throwing out the like little rubbish that was in the sink as it collects with like food particles, and then I pretty much just rinse things off. I am from Australia where I mean, I guess the whole world is like this, where they've kind of taught us to be really, really tight with water. So I'm very like a rinse, turn off, rinse, turn off. I never leave the tap running for anything. It's just when we had the drought and stuff, we weren't allowed to like waste any water. So now it just like stays in our head that you can't let any bit of water extra running. I think it's actually a good thing. But like, especially when I'm doing dishes, I'm like very, very weary of that because, you know, we don't want to waste, even though it freaking hasn't stopped raining. It just rains, rains, rains all the time, and everything's flooding and overflowing. We still try and save water where we can. This pink fry pan, I tried to keep it in good condition as much as I could. It's kind of gone to the dark side now. Like, I tried my best. But all the dishes are done. I'm now trying to put away the stuff from the windowsill, which is usually, you know, jars and stuff that kind of make their way there rather than under the sink, which is actually where I do keep them. When I was painting, I was using like a jar for the water, so that's why that ended up there. And then there was a water bottle that I didn't even use up there, and just stuff, just, you know, it happens. The windowsill is just, you know, decorations. But I do still keep my, that's a coconut oil with like a candle thingamajiggy, because that's where I pop my camera when I talk to you guys. So it's my tripod, so I just leave that there. That's why it's there. If you're thinking, why the heck does she have that there? I'm wiping these little things down. I like to use like a tea towel, and not a new one that's kind of been sitting there, not food crumbs or whatever. But because if I use paper towel, I will go through like a whole thing of paper towel, which is probably not too great for the environment. So I find using your tea towel to like scrub the dirt and areas or whatever is like a great way to do things when I'm not using my sponge, because I tend to pretty much use like the dishwashing sponge for the dishes. I do have a separate sponge that I use for other stuff as well, which most people do as well. But I do like to, yeah, as I said, you like to use the tea towel as much as possible till it gets kind of grubby. And then I'll pull out a bit of like paper towel. I like to use paper towel for like glass and stuff like that. Sorry, the camera's in not a great position there. I was cleaning the toaster, wiping it down. I'm also going to wipe down the kettle because I feel like I forget to do those things. They're things that you use like on the daily basis, but I don't clean like the outside of them. I do with the toaster, like shake it all about and, you know, get all the crumbs out and stuff. But the actual, you know, like the flat surface with my little grubby fingertips, I touch it and stuff, and then I don't clean it as often as I should. My stovetop is gross. I know it is, but it's clean. It's just that, you know, wear and tear. This is what happens. It doesn't look perfect. It's been here for a very, very long time. I also like to wipe the splashback because it's kind of like glass and it's a little bit greasy. But here we go. It's clean. It looks normal. Like, you know, it's not perfect, but it's clean. And his little chipmunk having a rest while I'm doing all the hard work. And this is all the toys that he'd put out the night before, which now I do have to collect because, you know, I'm his little slave, and he doesn't clean up after himself. You know, this is what happens when you get pets. They do nothing but sit and look cute all day long, but, you know, I love him. So I was just taking out the recycle bottles to the outside. I needed to put hand cream on. I always do that. If I'm washing dishes, like afterwards my hands feel so horrible that I have to put on hand cream. Just showing you that I had nail polishes in it, like the random stuff that you collect when you're sitting on the couch. Who agrees with me? Like, I'll sit here and I'll be like, paint my nails, leave it in this trailer. Put on cream, leave it in this like little thingamajiggy that's here. And right now I can see I've got like makeup wipes, I've got a few bills to pay, I've got a wrapper of a chocolate. So I am doing this voiceover days later. But It's still relatively clean, I will admit. I'm just wiping down dusting down over here, wiping the glass and all of that. Here I use a microfiber cloth because my mum taught me to do it that way. So I usually use it on the glass first, so that way like the cleanest bit is done, and then I'll use the cloth on like the dusty areas, as here I have to move the stuff around. The little frog that I had, I decided to give it to my mum to put outside because it was like a garden gnomey type thing, and I had enough of time of having it up here for no reason at all because I thought it was cute. This is my table that you guys see me sit at probably, you know, most of my vlogs, because it's where I eat my food, it's where I sit on my computer and stuff, so it gets pretty grubby. So I decided it needed to be cleaned out, you know. Well, I love using the spray and wipe over here, spray it all down using the microfiber cloth, of course. And then I have those like, what do you call it, the thing that you eat your food on? I'm lost for words. And they're getting a bit grubby, so I think they need to be replaced as well. That little stand thing is my tripod when I chat to you guys, when I'm sitting in that spot. I'm now charging the vacuum cleaner, and whilst I'm charging the vacuum cleaner, I'm just going to journal a little bit because that's something new that I've been doing, and I've been really enjoying doing that. I feel like it's just such a great way to put your thoughts onto paper and kind of be your own therapist in a way. So I highly recommend doing that. So the vacuum cleaner had charged, and now I am vacuuming away. So Chippy's just like thinking, why are you making all this noise, Mum? I am trying to nap over here whilst I am buzzing away with the vacuum cleaner. This is the one my sister gave me. It's just a handheld Dyson, which I find quite easy because there's no cord to it. And here is me vacuuming away, getting there underneath, you know. That's what you got to do. I'm now in the kitchen. I love using that like when you take off the bottom bit because you can really get into the corners, especially in the kitchen. But also for the tops, you know, you got to make sure everything is clean. Isn't that how it works? Got to get there under the fridge and got to get to all the hard reach places. And this handheld vacuum, you actually have to hold it the whole time down, so it kind of hurts my hand. And also then, you know, you got to do the big clean, you got to move Chippy's food out of the way, then his water. And then this little yellow like pineapple thing is where I just keep like my recyclables before I throw them like in the big recycle bin outside. Now I got to lift up the rugs because they're pretty much Chippy's rugs. I had actually put them there so I don't make too much noise stomping when I was doing my try-ons. And now I have to move them more to the side rather than be in the middle, because if that bothers people that they're not in the middle, it's because Chippy doesn't actually like to walk on them. He likes to step on them, but he doesn't like to actually walk on them. And now I'm heading into the bathroom to clean the bathroom, but I'm not going to share that with you guys because you don't want to see that. So also do that. Please enjoy the cuteness of Chippy. So the main bathroom is done. I'm glad that usually with that bathroom I'm a clean as you go kind of a person, so I didn't have too much to do, luckily. I'm now going to jump in the shower and I've got to clean the shower. I haven't done that in a while, so I won't be bringing you guys along for that. It's not that kind of video, but thank you guys for watching. I do hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. If you do enjoy my videos, like, comment, subscribe, the usual. I would greatly appreciate it, and